Hey guys, and welcome to Daily Commitment, where we do just a little bit of exercise, but we exercise every day. We increase the exercise, we vary the exercise. These are dips today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We haven't done a ton of these still. We're still kind of new at this. One of the good things about our dips is we do have this resistance band here. This is key. What we're doing is we're lightening the load to make sure that we don't injure ourselves while we're still new to the exercise. I've been watching some great dip videos, guys, just to get a few more pointers. I've got this can at a pretty good level here to make sure that that goes right. I did figure out last time, if I put my shoulders through the resistance band like this, it lets me come forward a little bit on my dip, which you do want to lean forward a little bit. I was maybe leaning forward a little bit too much last time, but that's okay. Also, this can, when I'm down about this can, this is about getting towards 90 here. You don't want your shoulders to like hunch up. You want those to be broad and straight. You want your elbows to come out. Out might be the wrong word, but I'm going to be kind of like this. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, let's get some dips done, guys. Let's just see how they feel. We're going to go ahead and come up from this position to start out with, which should be a little easier for our first one. As you can see, we're not quite at a 90 degree there, but then the other ones will be a little more full. So let's just come up. Let's come up all the way up. We're going to let our body lean forward a little bit. There we go. All the way up and then down. Definitely getting some wobbling here, but that's okay. All the way up. Now I want to look at these guys. Ideally I would stop now and I would look at these guys to see exactly how far down I came. Well, that was exciting, shooting that guy up there. What I'm going to do now is these elephant stretches. I guess I should have looked at my last dip video, but I kind of knew that I leaned a little far forward in my last one. I definitely was able to get up all the way up in those, but I'm not sure if I came down quite far enough, or maybe I came down too far. I'm also not sure how well I held my shoulders, so I'll look at that in the video after I'm done these guys. But they felt okay. They definitely didn't feel great. Let's do our elephant stretch there. I'm gonna come down. The first one just felt weird coming off the can, so maybe I won't come off the can next time. Anyway, we were trying to do as far as we could there a second ago with our back. And now we're just going to do a static stretch here rather than an active stretch. I do want to start doing these knees. There we go. And working that in. This is all part of the elephant stretch, which I've started doing every day. I want to get all the way down till I can get my palms on the ground. That's the goal. I think I talked about stretching last time, about 30 seconds being a good time to shoot for. I didn't mention you want to do multiple sets. So at least like 10 times a week. So let's say 5 times, 2 sets, or 3 times, 3 or 4 sets. And yeah, you gotta kind of work on a stretch consistently to get it to go. You're not just, once a week or whatever, probably won't work. So anyway, that's what the research said. I didn't make this stuff up. So anyway, let's I think it's pretty close to 30 seconds. Let's just switch to a static stretch here. We're just, and passive, we're just hanging. The nice thing about the static stretch is it causes less soreness than the active stretch where we use our knees. But the active stretch is the elephant walk, which was my friend told me was a cool stretch to start with, so that's why we're doing the active one first. But anyway, let's do another set of dips here. Again, really want to make sure I keep my shoulders kind of flat. Scapula's back, right? You want to be doing this. I definitely felt good. When I got all the way up, I felt good. It's when I went down, ooh, mosquito. It's when I went down that I felt like I could have lost that form, and I was kind of going like that a little bit. But like I said, one of the great things about, wow. We could use, with that thing snapped all the way up in the tree here. Let's get that down. Give me that. Give me that resistance band. Come on down, buddy. Come on back down. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Hold on, technical difficulties. I'm going to pull the ladder up. Hold on, back in a second, guys. Alright, we're back. Basically, I did, so because that branch has a little bit of a U in it, my straps had started to slide in a little bit. So first I duct taped one, but then you couldn't like adjust it as easily. So then I put a nail in there to make sure, just a nail in the tree branch to make sure it couldn't slide forward like that. And that was working great, but yeah, when I snapped the strap, it didn't just flip over the branch, it got caught in the nail, so I had to get the ladder to undo it. So I just wasted time explaining that, but that's okay. Anyway, back to those dips. So we're coming down, we're trying to keep this straight, and we don't want to go too far, right? We usually don't want to go too much past 90 here. Some people have more flexibility, and that's okay to do that, but just as a general rule, you don't really want to go, right? And you can see my flexibility is not that great. So around 90-ish, I guess we'll say perpendicular to the ground rather than even 90 degrees. Anyway, let's do this again. Oh yeah. Let's start with Mr. Strap. Mr. Strap coming down. And then we got a little paint can here to step on. I don't know, man. I felt okay on those last dips, but not great. I do really want to review that video and see, you know, see what I got here. But let's do this. Let's get a good lock here. Good lock here. All right, I kind of want to like start by putting my feet out a little bit and getting off the paint can for the first dip, so I'm at kind of the right angle. I guess normally they're starting their dips kind of from the top rather than the bottom, and they start by coming down, and that way you know you're locked in good form. But here, let's make sure our shoulders are broad. Let's say make sure our scapulas are back, and then we're gonna push up. Let's come up. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. I think what I might have been doing at the beginning there is using my, so I think maybe I let my shoulders kind of come in and then use my shoulders to go out. I'm gonna have to look at the video. But yeah, that didn't do. I wasn't going up, man. Let's give my little assist from the toes here. Let's see if we can just come up. There we go. Let's get all the way up. All right, so we're just gonna hold this for a little bit. All right. Wow, that's tough, guys. That's an exercise right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and let ourselves lean forward. Try to stay in line. We're gonna come down, not come down too low. There we go. There we go. Again, not coming down as low, I think helped there. I'm definitely cheating a little bit on this exercise. Wow. 2 is it, man. 2 is it. I might want to raise. I am going to go ahead and do the third set here. I'm going to go ahead and wait a little bit in between here. Do another elephant stretch. What I'm thinking here on this last one is the paint can maybe is so low that I'm already like this to start with. So I'm already right at the edge of my range of motion. And I'm like, it's kind of hard, especially for the second set. Kind of hard to start going on that. I'm going to go ahead and raise this platform here. Let's stretch a little more. I got an idea, by the way. I got an idea. We're going to raise, let's do our elephant stretch. There we go, almost all the way to the ground there. So the idea is I'm going to raise the platform. I got a nice bucket right here that I'm leaning the camera against. That would be pretty good right there. And that way I'm starting at a higher level and more locked out without having to hold quite as long. And then I'm going to do that. So anyway, I'm not even doing the arms. I guess maybe I should stretch a little more intensely here. The reason we do this elephant walk part is it lets us get lower by bending our knees. Now we're touching the ground straight up. Now we can do that and kind of do an active stretch of our knees like this and work it in. So that's really good. Anyway, here's my idea here, guys. Watch this. We're going to take this guy. There's a bucket it's leaning on anyway. We'll switch to a little flower pot. There we go. There we go. All right. Now let's take this up a notch. Right. Actually, I guess I could have lowered the dip thing too. I could have lowered these guys. I just hate when my feet hit the ground. Let's do both. Let's lower these guys a little bit. Right. So a little bit like that. A little bit like that. A little bit like this. Is that even? Not quite even. All right, they're even. They're even. All right, so here's the theory, guys. Now when I stand on here, aha, perfect. Now we can start like this, and if I just kind of put my feet out a little bit, I should be able to avoid the bucket and do it. Let's do it, guys. we're starting at the top, right? So now when I put my foot behind here, oh shit, hold on. You know what's interesting? When I have them like this, it keeps me from going forward as much, right? But it actually lets me get a little more, when I lean back, I'm getting a little more strength from it. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Let's try this. All right, so now we're gonna come down. Oh God, no. I can't lean forward with that. Okay, hold on. We're coming down. So the thing about having the straps in the front there, it does provide me a little more support from the strap, but I can't go, I can't lean forward properly, and that's not what I want. I do want to lean forward properly. So we're gonna do it again. You guys get to see all the weird mistakes I make here. All right, here we go. It makes a longer video. Everybody loves watching longer videos, right? These are real popular. So this video probably won't be as popular, but hey, if you're working on some kind of setup where you're not going to a gym like me, because I hate gyms, not because I just hate having an extra step between me and working out, you know? Anyway, we're gonna pass our hands through there. Now we've got our rings. Now we're starting this locked out position. Hopefully we'll get our collarbone straight all the way across here. Scapula's back. Now, we'll go ahead. We'll come down. There we go. Yes, I think I only need to go about to there. 1, 2, and 3 is burning me out. I might not go all the way down on 3. Woo! Woo! That's it, man. I'm burnt out. So that was interesting. I feel like I'm getting my form down on these better. I think last time was the first time I did it where I did the band behind me. I think I've only done these like 3 or 4 times. And so I got the band behind me last time. I got a better angle last time. This time we got a better starting position with a better lockout. And that way you're starting at the top, down, up, down, up. And I'm gonna look and go ahead and rate each one of my dips. Did I get parallel? Did I go too much? Did I go too little? And it's fine to be a little bit less in your range of motion when you're starting out. I think we talked about that for our jackknives or our pistol squats, right? Is you can do less range of motion and you can do assisted as you're getting better at it. Anyway, so those dips weren't great, but they did kind of lock in our form a little better, and we're gonna know to use that higher bucket next time. We're gonna start in the locked out position. We're sure now we want that band behind us. We're gonna do that consistently. And I'm gonna see, as I make that bucket my standard spot, we're gonna see, and I can even mark how long these straps are hanging down right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna take this handy little stick here. You can see this particular time, these straps were about, I'm just gonna break this stick here. All right. That strap was about that much lower. Let's see, this one's about the same. Yeah, about the same, yeah. So the straps were about that much lower, so we know it's that bucket, right? And we know the straps were this much lower, so we can get a consistent height there with the bucket. And then we can get used to coming down the same amount each time. So I'm gonna save this stick. We'll just lean it against the tree here. That'll be our measuring stick for the the dips next time, so that we'll know we get that exactly right. And I'll start to kind of hone in on my brain of how far do you go down, so you hit that point just about right here, about 90 degrees, about parallel, and then come all the way back up, and then parallel, and then come all the way back up, right? And what I was saying about this is the thing, this elbow here, imagine the ring's this way, this is basically 90 degrees, this flat part is 90 degrees to your hand here, right? Perpendicular to where you're grabbing that ring. So we're gonna come down like this, and we're gonna come up, right? Down like that, come up, and we're gonna keep this guy all in line, and we keep this guy basically in line across here. So we'll look at how we did, we'll review the video. It's one of the great things about recording your video every time. I'm not gonna say those are the greatest dips, but I definitely feel pretty worn out. So I feel good about that. I mean, if you're feeling pretty burned, you did good. You don't need to do more. Remember guys, a little bit of exercise every day. Turtle wins the race, or wins the race for me. Maybe some of you guys can be hares and win the race, but for me, turtle all the way. Turtle, guys. See you guys next time. Subscribe and all that other stuff. Bye, guys. Have a good one.